Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is for you. I'm Cyclone. Welcome to more Let's Play Train Simulator Classic. Up next on the category of things I've already played that you have not seen, due to errors on my part, we have Leaving So Soon, the second of the Midland Main Line scenarios between Bedford and St. Pancras Station, Thameslink. And we are going to play that scenario right now. Starting at St. Pancras, we're going to run the 319 stopping passenger service to St. Albans. We'll then pull into the St. Albans Centre siding where you will have 10 minutes respite, which has nothing to do with us. This service will later go on to form the 1314 St. Albans to Sutton, Surrey, which also has nothing to do with us. So we're not even going to talk about Surrey right now. But we're going to go ahead and do the stopping passenger service at least, called Leaving So Soon. We have a number of stops on this. We'll look at that a little closer as we get started. You are currently at St. Pancras Thameslink Station and the driver of 2V40 Sutton, Surrey to St. Albans. Once passengers have departed the train at St. Albans, pull into St. Albans Centre siding where the train will later form the 1314 service to Surrey, Sutton. Again, nothing to do with us. And here we go. Open the doors and allow passengers to board before departing. Which is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and put the loud AWS to rest here. And we're going to wait for passengers to board. So we are at St. Pancras Thameslink. Again, our headlights start on as usual. There they are. And we don't really have much there for it to set up. Now you can see we are getting a poke outside. I'm just going to go into free view for a second. We go above ground. There is Thameslink Station right there, apparently. In some way, shape, or form, that is Thameslink Station. So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves moving as a train comes through heading in the other direction. And leaving St. Pancras Thameslink, our first stop today will be Kentish Town. We know this section of track is limited to 30 miles per hour all the way through. We're about to enter the 1 in 38 gradient to take us out of the underground from St. Pancras Thameslink. You can see I'm holding at a steady 28.6. My speed is not moving at all on this 1 in 38 gradient. Our arrival time is 12:28, so I'm not too concerned about my time right now. Let's put a tiny bit of extra speed on there nonetheless on a P3 throttle, and we're going to move back to a P2. So I'm not going to go all the way up to 30 because as this gradient smooths out, I'm going to need to drop my throttle to accommodate for the fact I'm now going to be on steady ground. And there it is. I'm going to leave that throttle behind now. We have a notification to a signal up ahead. I think that is a yellow signal we're going to be getting. Now, we already have to come to a very quick stop because the next signal is very, very close. And because it's very close, we have to quickly screech down. We have a train waiting in Kentish Town in our way that we have to wait for. That's why we have such a late starting time and why we should not be worried, I guess. But that is a red signal we're going to be starting with. You see yellows on the other track. They also, of course, have nothing to do with us. So I'm now at a reasonable speed for stopping at a signal if I need to. But I'm also at a good speed for continuing through the signal if it changes. There's the yellow. Up to P4, we're going to move this train. We're going to get ourselves quickly going again. Just like that, we're already up to 30 and moving into Kentish Town Station. No wasting time in this thing. When you get up to speed, you get up to speed. We just have a yellow signal already, so the train ahead of us has gotten some good movement already. We're going to go ahead and come to a stop here at Kentish Town platform number 2 for our first stop of today's passenger service. Leaving Kentish Town. Our next stop is West Hempstead Thameslink. You can see we're getting 112 points per stop. The math is correctly done here. If we had 111 points, we would have 9 stops, which would not allow us to get a top score, as we'd be 1 shy. So 112 means 9 stops with an 8-point buffer for those who care about their career points. West Hempstead Thameslink is about a little over 2 miles away, 2.25 as we go now. We're in a 50-mile-per-hour stretch here, which we are now actively in. We are going to go ahead and get up to speed now at 50 miles per hour as we move to enter a 75. Notice we had a double repeater signal there. It was worrying that one signal was not on. That's the signal moving to the through the junction. That was not on. We had the one for the green indicating that it was active and not red. We have a yellow signal already. That is a double yellow. It is indicating that there is a train at the station up ahead. For that reason, I'm not too worried about getting up to 75 quite yet, even though the timing does indicate it would be a good idea. I will add a little bit of speed at least. It just means there's a train in the station that will probably leave by the time we need to get in there. So we want to keep an eye now on that yellow signal up ahead. Right now it is a single yellow signal. That's now a green signal, never mind. So it was a double yellow. We got our ding, and we're going to get ourselves into the platform as quick as we can. We have plenty of time to do that. It doesn't seem like it now, does it? Oh, wait, I read the number wrong. That was a 7, not a 2. That was my fault. We're back to yellow signal. That is a double yellow specifically, but it does allow us into West Hempstead Thameslink. There's a yellow at the end of the platform right now. So we are not concerned. Now we're going to need that heavy brake. Now going at 15, just cut off the brake for a moment to go a little further on the platform. Now I will use a full service brake. Back to a step 2. I could have just got a wee bit further, so I'm going to do that very, very quickly because I have the time. And that will do nicely as we arrive at West Hempstead Thameslink, platform number 2. Leaving West Hempstead Thameslink, our next stop is Cricklewood. We're about 16 miles from our end destination at the St. Albans Centre siding, which puts us slightly less than that, right around 16 miles from St. Albans itself. Because the St. Albans Centre siding is just beyond the platform at St. Albans. This is our first stopping passenger service on this line. We're going to see that this is the slow line that we're on today. The fast line, as you can imagine, is for the more express services. This is a small station, so I'm going to go ahead and put the brakes on immediately for this stop. I'm still going to coast in a little bit here. And we're right on the time we need to stop, so I'll just stop right now. We're going to call it there. So that is our stop at Cricklewood, platform number 2 for passenger boarding. Leaving Cricklewood, our next stop is Hendon. We depart at a speed limit of 75 miles per hour, but we are entering a 90 mile per hour speed limit straight ahead, which we will take liberty of in just a moment. We may now take liberty of that. We're not going to get up to our train speed limit of 100 miles per hour today. This is, again, the slow line. The fast line is to our current left. In fact, the one to our immediate left is the one I think we took on the way in last time. We can still increase speed right now. We are going to be able to come to a brake appropriately as we need to. But we have lots of time for the stop, so I'm going to actually go ahead and stop my speed increase. I'm going to start slowing down now because we have lots of time. Notice that we don't have to stop till 12:39. I'm going to put a full service brake on because I'm coming in a little bit fast. Once again, we have a yellow signal already. This is a short station platform once again, so I'm going to go ahead and try to allow the entire train to fit here. which means that we're going to get this as far on the platform as we can before we bring it to a stop. Going to put the back cars in front of the building icon, and that will do the job nicely as we bring the train to a stop at Hendon, platform number 2. Leaving Hendon, our next stop is Mill Hill Broadway. We are past the halfway point in this scenario. Not a problem so far, am I right? We're going to be dropping to a 60 mile per hour segment up ahead. We're currently in a 90, but we're not going to get anywhere close to that. I think we're going to get to 60 around the time we enter the 60. This is probably the one trap section along the entire journey today. And we just entered the 60, so we're going to drop our throttle significantly. I'm sitting at a P2 throttle right now. You can see Mill Hill Broadway coming right up. We have 2 minutes to stop there. So I'm actually thinking I'm going to hold my speed right where I am because I'm doing well within a minute and a half for my timing right now. A little bit more of a relaxed timetable today. I don't even have the throttle on right now. I'm gonna wait till I get down to about 30 or 3/10 of a mile away before I do any braking. And this seems to be a good spot to start that braking at a step 1 level. I will increase it as necessary. And yes, I've determined now is necessary time to increase it to a full brake for a moment. Going to a step 1 brake now. In fact, I think I'm going to leave step 1 the rest of the way into the platform. If anything, I can move up just a little bit more. And that will do. So I'm going to let the step 1 brake take effect the rest of the way here. And very right there around the time, maybe now 2 seconds late, we open our doors at Mill Hill Broadway. An EWS 66 passes us with its load of freight as we leave Mill Hill Broadway for Elstree and Borehamwood. Sorry, I keep reading that wrong. Elstree and Borehamwood station. You have to forgive me, my monitor is not at the same eye level it usually is, and it's kind of messing up my ability to read some of the things here. I actually had to crane my neck to look at some things already on this screen, the way it's set up right now. Causing me to misread things. So if I can, I might take advantage of a little bit of the opportunity to use a little speed before I hit that 75. However, note that I am running into a situation where I'm now pushing my time a wee bit. Just as I say that, the platform appears. So that's a warning from dropping from 90 to 75. Not that that matters to us, we just got to 75. And because of that, I'm going to actually go ahead and stop the increase. I'm not going to take advantage of the 90 at all. So we have 2 more passenger stops after this. That will fill out our score. Then we have to move into the siding to finish the scenario. I'm going to use a single step brake. Going to start slowing down a little early here. Now we're going a little bit too quickly, so I'm going to go step 2 brake. This stop by timing looks a little tight, so we're going to go ahead and just do a quick stop on the platform in a moment, and then we're going to open the doors. We have lots. We're going to be plenty on time, but it just looks tight. That'll do. We're in front of the building icon. Arrival at Elstree and Borehamwood, platform number 2. Leaving Elstree and Borehamwood, our penultimate stop is Radlett. And I got you a nice shot of the advertising at the station. This is one that repeats along the line for the Royale bucket. I don't remember if I made this joke in the first scenario or not, but if I didn't, that is now my new name for the Blaziken Pokemon. It starts life as a little chick, just like all that chicken you like to eat. So the Royale Bucket is now my new Pokemon Unite nickname for Blaziken. I have acquired something today. Hurrah! Though I honestly don't think anything really tops KFC 2-piece. Disclaimer, this channel is not sponsored by KFC. KFC, grease does your body bad. I also call Blaziken the Popeye Spicy Chicken combo. Hashtag, I'm also not sponsored by Popeyes. I just like chicken. So I've reached about 81 miles per hour. I turned the throttle off just before hitting it. I am approaching Radlett. That is the reason why I turned the throttle off. Now we're going to go ahead and do a step 2 brake as I'm starting to reach questionable figure on my calculations. Okay, let's pull back to a step 1 for a moment. Okay, we're at the point we need to make our stop, so I will go ahead and get fully in front of the building, and then I will screech this to a full service brake. And then release it slowly as we come to a stop. There we go. Arrival at Radlett. Can't say the word. Platform number 2. We didn't get to see the train going by on the left in the fast lane. My screenshot did not capture it. But as we leave Radlett, there was a train going by in that lane in the other direction. Our final stop will be St. Albans City, platform number 2. While I have a chance, I'll do a quick review of what we're going to be doing up ahead. So I'll bring up the map very briefly. We're going to be heading up here to St. Albans City, right there. Then we're going to pull into the siding right there to end our shift. We're all the way back here in the meantime. We're going to be passing a circle track, so keep an eye out for that circle track on the right. Should be getting roughly to the area now, I believe. There it is. These are the aggregate sidings right here, so you can see a little circle track right here to deal with the aggregate sidings. I'll just show you that location on the map once again. We are right here. The circle track was back here. You can see it is referred to as the as a hopper siding, the Harper Lane sidings. We're actually going to reach our 90 speed limit, it looks like. I see nothing to stop us here. Except that 80 speed limit up ahead. And we have reached our speed limit. I am satisfied, so I'm going to let the speed drop slowly on its own at this point, coasting. We have a minute and a half, and that should allow us to go 3 miles. So yeah, we are going at a good enough speed for our stop. Well, it's not going to allow us to go 3 miles. That'll allow us to go 2 miles. We have a double yellow signal, of course. So it actually is a little tighter than I was hoping for here. We're going to have to get ourselves down to 65 in plenty of time as well. There's our warning for the 80. Dropping to 65 just a little early here. We do have to stop at the next signal, which conveniently is just after the station platform where we have to stop anyway. There is potential we could be slightly late on this stop, only because there is a large... we're definitely going to be after the 00. There's no way to do this, I think, before the 00 or at the 00. So we're going to have to take the fact that this is going to be a tough stop no matter how we do it. There is potential for this stop to be slightly late, especially because I'm coming in a little slower than I should. I hit this down to 65 very quickly back there. So we're going to pull in. I'm going to do a full service brake. We're going to get this thing stopped. We're going to see what happens. Full service stop. And that's arrival at St. Albans City, about 36 seconds late on platform number 2. You will need to request permission to pass the signal ahead. Noted. We were apparently getting a timeliness bonus of 104, so we were not penalized. I think this would have given us the full 112 if we needed it. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the signal ahead. We're going to go ahead and stop properly at the signal. We will request clearance to pass this signal. This is where we get our binoculars and look at the train signal number up ahead, WH275. So this is where we make a phone call. Bring. Oh, yes, I'm looking to pass signal WH275 at danger. Oh, the track is clear ahead, you go ahead. Okay, thank you very much. And with that done, we proceed into the St. Albans Center siding. Apparently we're on a little bit of an uphill coming into the siding, because I was losing a good amount of speed on that entry. So we're going to make sure our train is all the way into the yellow here. Best way to do that is to pull up as close to the buffer as we dare. And we'll know we're fully in the siding at that point, because there's nowhere else to go. So we are technically all the way in the yellow. We can stop anytime now. I'm just going to let the train keep going. So looking further ahead, you can see that there are no signals. It's just the end of the line. If we go too far, we hit a pole. And for that reason, this is a good enough place to stop, because I don't want to hit a pole. Oh, my brakes were still on. That's why I was slowing down. Well, we know the brakes work. Welcome to St. Albans City. Let's look at our train as we finish. And so the short passenger service to St. Albans is done. We have a 13:14 service ahead for this train. We are not driving it. I'm going to turn the headlights off, because why not? Shut this train down in preparation for the other direction. Driver, you have enough time to grab some lunch before this service forms the 13:14 St. Albans to Sutton. Scenario complete. So with that said, there's not much more to do other than go to the scoring screen and see how we did. And I think we have a general idea already how that went. So let's go ahead and do that. And there it is, everything on time. Ironically, on my first run, I think I was 1 second late for the last stop, but I still got my perfect score, as you can see. So nothing wrong with that one. As we finish our second scenario, leaving so soon, we're going to come back for the third scenario, which goes in the other direction, does the exact same thing, but starts from Luton. So it's going to be a little bit longer. That's the 45-minute scenario. After that are some smaller scenarios and a couple freight scenarios. We're not doing everything right now, though. We're going to go ahead and do that third scenario for Tuesday's video. I'm going to go ahead and do 4 and 5 because they are short scenarios. They're very quick. And they'll allow me to also be caught up for the weekend because I'm going to be busy on the weekend as well. So I want to make sure that since I have to get my mother on Thursday and I'm going to be in the same house with her until at least Friday, I'm not going to be able to do any more recording or doing anything else while she's around because she's not going to like the noise if I really do this kind of thing with her around. So I'm going to have to make sure I'm caught up by Wednesday and get all my videos done for Friday and Saturday. Tuesday technically is an option, but I kind of want to get Tuesday out of the way as well while I'm here as well. And if I can go further, I will, but I want to at least get those 6 done. That's my main objective while I'm here. And then I can do more as soon as I get home and I have another fresh boot to work off of. So that's what I'm kind of leaning towards. I want to finish 5 scenarios here, get a 6th scenario up. This might take us back to Munich to Augsburg because I only got 2 out for that. And then after that, we'll see what happens. I don't know what I'm going to do yet after that, so we'll figure that out. In the meantime, though, that's 2 scenarios down here. Stay tuned for number 3 on Tuesday. I'm Cyclone. Hope you have a wonderful day, evening, night, whatever it is for your part of the world. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell. And I'll see you for the next scenario on Tuesday. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.